Hello, Andrew here. Welcome to the Onion Buns and welcome to another week of thrilling adventures in IT and hospitality. So have you ever had that boss? That boss. I'm sure we've all had that boss. Hey all, just a quick mention here. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment on the videos you like. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, which helps me. Takes 2 seconds. So thanks in advance. Yeah, I've had it a few times, few different guys, but and girls. But one of the earliest memories I have is I was hired as a cook, and I was being utilized as a cook slash bouncer for the lounge. So the lounge wasn't really a bad place. There wasn't it didn't regularly have problems in it. So I'd get called when I was on duty and something was going on. It was very rarely, but there's always that one time. So I'm in the back, I'm cooking, and I hear, Andy, in the lounge, quick. So, I take my apron off and I come out. Now, as I've said before, I would have been 19 years old, I think, around this time, 19, maybe 20, in that round. So I was about 6'2", but about 195 pounds at the time. I hadn't started to fill out yet. So I was lanky. But 6'2", so had a bit of size to me all the same. And I come out there, and my manager, Chico was this little Mexican guy, as his name would suggest. He was maybe 5'6" and maybe 130 pounds soaking wet. He was a small guy, but he suffered small man syndrome. And what I mean by that is he didn't know when to shut his mouth. He thought he was 7 feet tall. So I get called out to the lounge and I come running out, and there's Chico. And as soon as I get there, Chico pushes me in front of him, gets behind me. So now I'm 6'2", and I'm looking at the jaw of this rig pig, who's probably about 6'4", maybe 6'5", and I'm going to guess in the area 250 pounds. And rig workers were renowned for being in shape. Like their jobs did not usually, unless they were in management, but the actual workers, their jobs didn't allow them to get out of shape. It was a physically demanding job. You built muscles, you built strength, you built size doing that job. So I'm standing there and I got this guy right in front of me. And if that wasn't bad enough, Chico is behind me. Now, I don't know how to, so here's my arms, and Chico is standing behind me, and he's poking his little toothpick arms between my arm and my chest. So, it's coming, he's behind me and it's coming out, and he's poking the rig pig in the chest, going, "You get out of here, get out of here, get out of here," and poking him. And I'm like, oh, God damn it. It's like, this is not gonna be good. Now, I got lucky. The rig pig, he identified what was going on, so he didn't hold me accountable for the actions of my moronic manager. And you could see on his face, he's just like, "I'm sorry, dude." And I'm like, I'm just looking at, you gotta go. You gotta go. "I'm sorry." And Chico, get out of here, poking. I'm like, fuck, leave him alone. And I guess me barking at my manager was enough that the rig pig is like, okay, I'm not going to push this anymore. So he turned around and he left. But it was like, that was one of my earliest memories of bouncing. It's like, I thought I was a goner. Like, I thought this was going to get violent, and I was going to be just smeared all over the floor, because there was absolutely no way I was taking this guy out. There wasn't. In later years, I managed to intimidate and talk down a few people in bars, but At this point in time, there was absolutely, if he threw a punch, I was toast. And my stupid little 5'6" manager behind me, who weighed 130 pounds, soaking wet, thought he was 7 feet tall. And it's just like, I wanted to turn around and punch Chico. I really did. I actually stopped cooking a week later and said, nope, no more bouncing, no more cooking. I continued to deliver some pizzas for him, but yeah, nope, no more. If he's that stupid, I'm not getting involved. And I never did. So yeah, that was one of my earliest memories. And like I said, we've all had that boss. Chico was that boss for me very early on. It's just like, to this day, I honestly wish the rig pig had just pushed me aside and beat the crap out of him. He needed it. He needed a wake up to reality, but then that wouldn't have gone well for the rig pig. So it's probably best he didn't do that and he just left. But yeah, it's like I said, we've all had that one boss, and Chico was that one for me. So anyway, that's my story for this week. If you like the video, leave a like, a subscribe, and a share. I'm trying to grow my channel, and a like, a subscribe, and a share does me wonders, and I do appreciate it. Always feel free to leave a comment. I encourage you to leave comments. Not only does it get us interacting with each other, but it helps me greatly with the YouTube algorithm. The more comments, the more YouTube sees the interaction and pushes my videos. And as always, pew 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 and shit. Thanks for watching. Bye.